Welcome everybody to day 4 of the Blast Premier Fall Showdown. I am your host, Maniac, and I am still very fortunate to be accompanied by Lucas Bubski Anderson. Nailed it. And Pimp, my friend. How's it going?
Great until you failed to say my name, I guess.
No, I just thought I'd, do it differently.
Okay, well, you failed.
We have to keep it fresh. We know each other for years now.
You being a host is fresh enough.
That is pretty fresh indeed. Did you have a good night's sleep? You feel refreshed? You feel ready?
Yeah, I mean, I got off a little bit early. You guys stayed for the late game until Furia, and that went.
Rub it in our face, man.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just saying the facts.
Yeah, we did stay here quite a while yesterday, but that's because we had some hella Counter-Strike. To witness. We've had the bracket for you guys at home here. So is the current situation. Big is already in the grand final of the Showdown EU, waiting for an opponent that we're about to find today. And on the other side for the Americas, we have 4 teams still in the gauntlet battling for it. Stronot, Liquid, Complexity, and Furia. Now, I said it yesterday, we've had some Counter-Strike. We've had some surprises as well. Mr. Bubski, Big taking on ENCE 2-0.
Yeah, they killed themselves, and they killed your predictions as well. They lost 2-0 to basically Sin. Sin was lights out yesterday. He's been one of the players who's actually been looking forward to see improve, and he did it here.
Yeah, that was very, very impressive on the side of Big. Second game was extremely tense. We've had Complexity versus EG that actually required 30 rounds on both maps. We've heard from EG on their side, the CS2 conversation. We almost pulled out the bullshit alarm. We didn't go quite there yet. Pimp wasn't here, but they did have an opportunity on Overpass to push us to a third. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Complexity survived that. Elige even tweeted, "It's been a long time since I played at 10 a.m. in the morning." I feel you, brother. No, I don't. I'm an early riser. I know exactly what it is. And finally, we had Furia versus Legacy, Jacob, and that one actually took us to 3 maps.
Yeah, it took us to 3 maps. It became a very competitive game of Counter-Strike. I think Legacy played a bit above expectations, and then once again, we got what we expect from Furia right now. It's a project. It's a team that can't quite find their footing. Fallen yesterday had some great calling on the T side. That was one of the few positives. Individually speaking as well, he was doing great. Had a couple of highlights, but apart from that, you still sense that Furia is not quite where they want to be yet.
Who says good Counter-Strike says good plays. And for that reason, we have our CS Money play of the day. Play of yesterday, if you will. And number 3, who do we kickstart with, Jacob?
We're starting with our boy Holzerg. Sorry, Junior with the AWP. Holzerg also plays it. But Junior is doing pretty well here on Overpass. We used to see Holzerg do it, but nice quick scoping right here from Junior, getting a nice triple kill.
It wasn't the best day at the office from the most of players. I say number 1 is going to be great, but we also see Dusha here with the silence and killing people in the stomach. Not the prettiest ones, but it's a 4K.
That's a kill anyway.
Yeah, that
counts too.
I take those. It's good stats for LTV.
Yeah, you have to learn how to 4-hit the buddies.
A kill is a kill, and so did Mr. Fallen yesterday with the AWP. He had a great showing, individually speaking. This one right here was at a very important moment on Mirage. Almost claimed their way back into this game. Flicking left, right, and center. And as we know him the best, the close combat style coming out of Fallen. Sick no-scopes, shit shots, and a big smile on the old man's face.
Yeah, this was very, very impressive from Fallen. It is also time for us to do a little bit of a check-in on the predictions and what has been happening throughout this first week. But first, a little recap of the rules, guys. It's very, very easy. We all started with 5 lives. If you went for the favorite, if you predicted who Unicorn predicted, you would just lose a life if you were wrong, but that was it. If you attacked that prediction, if you went for the upset and you were right, you got to steal a life from your colleague. And if you're just wrong all the way I was, well, there it is. You just lose a whole lot of life. This is what happened yesterday, and we have our first example of someone attacking the jugular of their teammate, of their colleague. Mr. Connor taking life of Dinko.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool, you know, that he didn't take a life of me, because if he did, then I would have been dead. So good on you, Scrawny. Good on you.
Yeah, we are going to remember that one. Unfortunately, as you can see, Mohan and myself maybe played it slightly too risky. And I just got to say, guys, at home, we gave you a chance to save us, and you let us rot in that hellhole.
And I think that was the correct
thanks
decision.
for nothing.
I think that was by far the most, you know, reliable and correct decision Twitter or X or whatever we call that these days have ever.
I take it very personally. My only win is that I have more percentage than Londers. That's the only victory I have. So as you can see, now just XXX close anime eyes for Londers and myself, and we have the predictions for today. A bit of a mixed board. I see people are disagreeing on the G2 versus Cloud9.
Yeah, I thought we're going to talk about that game soon, but like from a perspective of G2, I don't think they're too hungry for this tournament. I really would love to see Cloud9 actually really pushing the boundary with this lineup. Maybe it's the end of it, but I think they're really, really hungry to get that.
I just want to say sorry, Boopski, because I think I picked for you. I put my predictions in for you, and now we end up with the exact same prediction. You picked Team Liquid, but I messed you up.
The sabotage is happening, guys. We're going to settle all of that in the green room. Don't worry about it. I'll show the referees. The VAR is on top of it. But before we do this, we have to show you guys the schedule at home. We have a full day of Counter-Strike coming your way, ending up with Complexity versus Furia. That's going to be for the Americas, which is also the case for Liquid versus Party Astronaut. But what we do need to do first is find our final finalist for the Showdown EU. That is going to be Cloud9 versus G2 Esports, and it's coming right up after this break.